Are you all ready?
Yes.
I think mga busog tayong lahat. Are we all ready?
Yes.
Yes. I want to say thank you. I am so blessed being invited by PNG because you guys are fantastic people. PNG is one of the best company in the world. Agree?
Yes.
Okay, give yourself a big round of applause. You know, last January, I arranged an event called Asia Women's Summit. And Kay, Miss Kay, where's Kay? She's there. And I was one of the speaker, the last speaker, organizer and the last speaker. And then, after speaking, she said to me, Rebecca, you inspire me. The story that you showed touched me. And we will have a women's symposium in March. And I know that all my colleagues will be so happy and pleased to listen your story. Can you please join us? So I cannot say no. So please give Kay a round of applause. So before I start my story, I have 5 questions. If you can give me good answer, I'll give you my personal book. Yay! Are you ready?
Yes.
I want more loud. Come on, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that why 80% people are more unsuccessful? Okay, let me say it properly. Why more unsuccessful? Why now I'm losing words now. Why unsuccessful people more than successful? Can you, why are unsuccessful people more than successful? Okay, say whenever you get the point, right? Right? Okay. Yeah. See, there's no reason. When you want to speak properly, you can be successful, right? Yes, okay. Give me who can to give you first one. Anybody? Come on. Why? Why more people unsuccessful? What stops them? What's the hindrance?
Fear.
Fear. Who said that first one? Alright, come on, get the book. Yes. Fear, that's true. Okay. What's the other one? What else? Insecurity. Yes, you got it. Yes. Okay, we have 3 more. Last 3. What else? Negativity. Yes, of course. We have 2. Last 2. Okay, at the back, yes?
Lack of self-confidence.
Lack of self-confidence, yes. Come on up, please. And you have all my secrets here, see? And you can read it every day. And you can also share when you finish reading, okay? That's for you. And the last one, who? Yes? Come on up, please.
We're risk-averse.
What is it?
We're not risk-takers.
Not risk-takers, yes. So now I can go home because you know all the answers. Right? Okay. See? All of us know the reason why we're not successful. Okay. When I was young, I came from very, very poor family background. My mom selling fish. I use bread. I sell bread in the morning because we don't have, rice to eat in the morning. So I wake up at 5 o'clock. I sell 100 pieces of pandesal. That's 10 peso. Then I make 2 peso. I can buy kilo of rice. And a kilo of rice is 18 peso. So may commission pa akong 20 cents left for my piggy bank. See? We're 11 children. I'm number 7. So yung mga kuya kong 5, mga lasinggo. They're drunkard in English. Because there's a foreigner here, so so I don't know anything when I was a kid, but I know my goal was to help my brothers and sisters and my parents. Okay? How to make money. So my youngest brothers that time were very young. So gusto ko magbenta ng tinapay para may pagkain kami sa umaga. So when they wake up in the morning, they're so happy because we already have rice to eat. And one time, my brother, you know yung mantika, the oil, at night natutulog. So, tuwa-tuwa siya. We're very happy. So ngayon, dinala niya sa apoy. Pinainit. Warm it up. So that the oil will wake up. And then, nabasag yung nabasag yung bote. So wala na kaming ulam. So he feels so bad. But I said, that's okay, kuya. Don't worry. We have water and salt. So may tubig na yung kanin namin. So masaya na, masarap na, right? That's how our life is. Our life, we don't have proper washroom in our house. No bedrooms. Parang yung mga mangyan. Who knows about mangyan life? Sa probinsya, mga gano'n ang buhay namin noon. That's our life. Okay? But that's okay. I never worried that time. But I said to myself, someday, I'll run my own business. Someday, I'll be president with my own. So, doing all those sellings, it's good experience. Because now I know how to manage everything. I know how to count money. If my people, there's something happening there, right? Okay? So it's okay. And that's my life, okay? So, how about you? Do you know where you want to go? You know, guys, you're all very lucky. I hope you know that you are all very lucky. Are you lucky?
Yes.
Yes, you are lucky. You know, God has planned for us. I believe in that. I came from that kind of background because He has planned to be an example to many. That's why I'm here with you today. Na kahit na wala kaming pagkain noon, I am here now. You know, I am so happy to tell you that my brothers and sisters, 4 of them, they're all okay. They finished their universities. 3 of them in Canada, they have their own job there, good life. Yung isa is a priest in Lourdes Church. So, lahat ng mga kapatid ko, down from me, they're all successful. Except yung mga lasing ko. Right? So, you have to remember, you know where you want to go. You know, when I was in Singapore, working as a domestic helper, I already know it was tough. It was hard. And I'm sure you've been to Singapore, so many. You know, during my time, during the 80s, I'm 5 when I left. Okay? During the 80s, in 1986, I went there as a domestic helper because I choose to go to Singapore to be a domestic helper. Kasi ang sahod doon mas malaki kaysa here. Because coming from factory workers and then went to a janitor to a bank in my hometown because our mother passed away. When my youngest brother was 6 years old, I was 18 when she passed away. So I don't have any choice but to leave Philippines to be a domestic helper in order to put them to university or give the dream of my parents for my younger brothers and sisters. So the only choice is Singapore. When I was there, it was tough because the culture differences, their mindset totally different with their own mindset. So my goal to be the best domestic helper when I reach there. So whatever job we're in, yes, don't be shy. Whatever we do in life, as long as we're doing it honestly, we're sincere, we don't steal, be proud. Because that is the stepping stone in where you are going. Me, at the back of my mind that time, I know where I'm going. And I said to myself, someday, I'll be richer than my boss. And you know what? Last December, I went there and visited them. Because I was invited to speak to one of the organizations there. And the daughter that I look after is getting married in December, and my whole family will be going and attend her wedding. See that? And I said to myself, I invited them to come here also, and I know that they are so proud of me. Because if that time, they are this high, and I'm this. Now I'm this high, and this. And I'm not kidding, that's the reality. Okay? But, you know why I'm sharing that to you? You'd have to tell yourself, where do you want to go? Are you happy where you are now? In your organization, you guys are so lucky because you have good organization. They give you the opportunity if you want it. I may have a very close friend, Oscar Sanchez from PNG. Do you know him? He came from Polytechnic yung UP, from UP. But when he finished, he went a student after graduation. What do you call that? Intern? Then, he became a driver, delivery man. Delivery man. From delivery man, I think supervisor, and became a CEO in New Zealand, Australia. And then when he finished, he came back to Philippines, and he was the one who developed the BPO in the Philippines. Palakpakan natin from Philippines. We need more like him. You guys, we need you to be successful in order to help our country. Okay? So like me, palakpakan nyo din ako. Okay, so again, I will repeat. I know where I want to go when I was in Singapore, Canada. Okay? And we have a lot of debt. When my mother passed away, our house was in mortgage. So I don't have I don't have any choice but to pay our debt. And of course, I said, pag nabayaran ko yung utang namin, tapos ng mga kapatid ko, I want to buy a home for my family back home. And once it's done, I want to get married and find the man that I want to marry. Yes! And a lot of people, girls here are single. Can you raise your hand? Yes! You know what? Because of the experience of my father, he was not a good dad. He womanized, he gambler, he drank. He don't even work. And I said, I will never find a man like that. I have to find someone's opposite. And that's what I did. And of course, my husband right now is my best friend. Anything. And we work very hard together. But I'm the one who went and looked for him. He didn't look for me. You're laughing, but that's the reality, okay? You know, when I was in Canada, the only thing I did really work. Because I have goals. I know. You see, I have a vision. I have a target. And I don't like to waste my time. So when I finished, when I said I'm ready, then why should I choose the men who come to me if they're not qualified? It's a waste of time. Even just to go for a date. Right? Just to go for a date is a waste of time. You can do something special. You just go to the gym. True? And that's what I said. Even a guy driving Mercedes approaching me, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Luckily, he didn't slap me. Because I value my time and I know where I want to go. So you guys, girls, when you are successful, you have something to offer to a man. You are confident to approach him. But if you don't have something to offer, of course you're shy. And we have a gentleman here, but do you agree, sir? Really, if there's a woman who approaches you when you're single and successful, you won't say no? Or you will say yes, I would like to go out for a drink with you, right? And that's the reality. Either not whatever nationality, okay? Okay. What I promise you, if I can through all those challenges, difficult in life, and I am where I am right now, you can do too. Think. Think of your organization. Think of your position. Are you happy? Is that where you see yourself in December? The same position? Yes? Because I'm not. Claim it. Because I always claim my position. And I always said, I am. I am. I am. And I tell my children and my husband. And this is sometimes to me, Rebecca, you're crazy. It's okay. It's free. So, no problem. You know, to reach our dreams has no traffic jam. Is there? There is a traffic jam or no? No. It doesn't matter whatever experiences we have, whatever position, whatever education. Do you know that so many educated people are not as successful as they wanted? Why is that? You gave your answer earlier. And I said to myself, I want to be different. That even though I don't have proper education, I want to be in this, and I claim it. Okay? That's why, the reason why we're doing the HCO Forum, because when I was in Singapore, I will use Singapore, my experience there, I've seen a lot of slavery, the way they treated Filipinos was not good. And I said to myself, I claim it. And I said, someday I will show the world that Filipinos are great people. Correct? I want to show the world that we are the best in the world. Sorry, okay, we're It's just claiming it's free, right? You have the right to say that, right? And I said that. So when I was successful in Canada, came back, that's the reason why the HCO Forum, if you're aware of the HCO Forum, right? That's the business to encourage investors to invest in Philippines. And look at the BPO, we're number 1. Agree? Clap our... So, yeah. Now, why we are doing the HCO Awards with Paula, recognized last November. She's on the stage. Palakpakan natin siya, KG. Yes, representing KG. Why we're doing that? To show the world how Filipino or expat working here in Philippines, promoting not only in Philippines now, in the ASEAN. This year, we are doing the HCO Awards across ASEAN region. And that started with the goal, but I claimed it when I was in Singapore. Another palakpak doon. Okay. Look, that's our house when we started. Can you visualize that? At nakita niyo yung video kanina with the swimming pool? What's the comparison? Which one do you like, with the swimming pool or this one? Right? See? But that's how we started. You know our neighbor? They have our TV. We don't have TV. If we watch TV in the inside the back, this window, they lock it for us. Yes. But now, when you go home, we have 7 bedrooms homes. Anak, meron silang parang ganyan, kalaki. See? So it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter if you don't have rice to eat. What's matter where you're going? There's no shame in working, okay? Whatever position, I am so proud. You know, when I was in Canada, I'm so proud being a nanny. And when I received my permanent residence or open permit after 2 years, my boss said, Rebecca, can you work in my company? And I said, why? Because we want you. How much you gonna pay me? And then he said, I will develop you as a manager. Then how long you will develop as a manager? 3 years? I said, sorry, I want to be president of my company now. And that's what I did. See? Okay? So, you're always there to help whatever we do. In your organization, you are the CEO in your department. Do you believe? You got to claim it. Do you agree you're the CEO? Yes. Because what makes you different? Do you know what makes you different in your organization? In your position? You got to. Because if you do the same thing, every day, no difference, how you're going to grow. If you don't promote yourself, how can your organization hire new people? Agree? And that's how it is, and that's what I do. So be proud, okay? Learn skills. You know, when I was in Singapore and Canada, especially in Singapore, I'm not allowed to go to school. So I read my books because I will continue my education's accountancy. Why I want accounting? Because I really wanted to run my own business, to learn about P&L, profit and loss. Because how can I run an organization if I don't know how to count? Right? So that's what I did. So I hide reading. So you know what? You got to continue reading until now. That's what I do. Driving here, I have my CD in my car. I don't listen to news because it's a waste of my time. Yes. When I exercise, I still listen to CDs. It's on my cell phone. I value time. If I'm on my laptop, I have a lot of video there. I continuously learning. You know when I'm mapping? Yeah, when I was working as a nanny, domestic helper, you click. So what I said, sabi ko, "Yan." One Mac, $1. I said, so I'm happy. See, I said, yes, I'm cleaning, I'm a dollar, because I'm earning dollar. You know, when I was in Canada, I'm making good with my employer, but I'm not happy with that. That's why I work part-time. You know, I'm making more money part-time than my full-time job. Calculate this. On my first year in Canada, selling pants and pants part-time job, I'm selling 5,000 a week. My commission is 35%. How much is that? Okay, calculate. You're from math, right? You're accountants? Okay, come on, you calculate that. Times 4 or 52 weeks. Think about that. That's my part-time. So that's my expenses. Paying for my brothers and sisters' education. My education. Okay? My savings is my full-time job from my employer. That's why I'm able to start my own business after 2 years in Canada. Think about that. And this was in early 90s. See? Okay? So, you got to continuously learning. Okay. Now I have to be very quick because I have 15 minutes left. Okay. Now, these are the things that I was featured in so many because they believe on the mission that we're doing, promoting Philippines, encouraging investors, encouraging a lot of companies to come and bring their jobs here, and that's what we're doing. Okay? And also, of course, I'm sure you watched the not Jessica Soho. Rofa May, did you watch that story? How I find my husband? How I dated him? You should go online and watch. I teach you, those single women, paano maghanap ng lalaki. Okay. Guys, the future of our country is you. If I am in this position, and if you do your part, doing your best in your organization, imagine what's going to happen in Philippines. Because HSBC said, in 2050, Philippines will be considered first world. Kaya natin yun? Yes, kaya. That's the reason why I invest money buying computers for public schools in barangays. You know why? To change the mindset of the children. Our government cannot do it, but all of us can do it. Can make a change, not only in Philippines, in Asia, but in the world. Agree, sir? Yeah. Mom? Yes. We need to work one another for everybody. You know, in 2050, I'm no longer here. But you guys, the children, the next generation will benefit on this if we continue working together. Okay? Alright. I will do quickly. I will give you the tips. Okay. What are the tips? Being in this position, number 1, gain knowledge, study. Very, very important. That's what I did. Gain, sabi kong ganun, katulong ako ngayon, okay lang. Ganun magiging CEO ako. So, how about you? Where do you want to go right now? If you are a manager, do you want to be a director? If you're a director, do you want to be vice president? If you're vice president, do you want to be a CEO? Claim it. Because that's what I did. This is very important. Gain control of your money. This is very, very important. If you're making 50,000 a month, you got to save 20%. Because if you only save what left over, it's hard. You got to say to yourself, I want to be a millionaire. I have to have million by the age of. Kaya nyo yun. You know why? Sino ritong bumibili ng Starbucks every day? Okay. Like for example, you buy Starbucks a day. Or you spend 100 peso a day. You calculate that in a week. That leads to 750 peso times 52 weeks. How much is that? Anybody good in math? Yeah, let's say 1,000 a week. So 2,000, let's say a month. Times a year, 24,000. Times 10 years, how much is that? Correct, 240,000. Right? Without interest. Then, you'll be working 30 years. How much is that? With the interest, that's already $1 million. So don't buy Starbucks anymore. But that's how it is. Watch your money. I tell you something, the reason why, my husband don't believe me before, but I said, no, we got to do this. And we're able to buy a house in Toronto that's paid for. Think about that. We're able to buy a house here. We're able to house for work that we're renting. We're able to buy a lot in Tagaytay Highland. We're able to have a resort. Why? Not because I'm making a lot of money. Because I know how to budget the money. So it's not how much you're making. What's matter how much left over. I will tell you, last week we met this. Because our job, we are executive search. Making lots of money, this person. We know how much because we placed him on his previous job. And he lost his job 6 months ago. You know what? He don't have any choice but to sell his house. Because they don't have any savings. They have high lifestyle. And you don't like to put yourself in that position. Okay? So this is must know how to budget your money. Okay? I value relationship. That's why if I want to go out with Marife Zamora, I can go out. Because I build relationship. You got to build relationship. As what Evelyn mentioned earlier, or Ambet. Okay? How you connect with the people. And that's what she said. It's not about competing. With someone doing good, congratulate that person and ask yourself, I can do that too? So what's wrong with me? Why am I not getting it? Then ask yourself. Yes, you got to support. Be proud. And you know what? If we remove that crab mentality, imagine what's going to happen. And so true. What she said also. If you are happy within yourself, you are happy with everybody that you're achieving. Okay? I went to Scientology, always complainer also, like that. And I said, what's wrong with me? You know what? They explained to me that, you know what? You feel like that because deep inside you, you have a lot of burden. Deep inside you, you're not happy within you. So I'm able to release everything. That's how I became very happy person. And I'll tell you, that's what happened. I became the best friend of my husband. I'm not a complainer. I'm only expecting high from him, that's all. And he'll deliver. Okay? So, okay, I have 10 minutes, okay, gain good work habits. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I exercise. Okay, and I know what I achieve. I know what I want every week, every month, every year. When I give my husband my target this year, I want our business to earn this because in 5 years I want to put it in public. He said, are you crazy? I said, I am crazy, but I will do it. And I really lay it out to my people. We have goals and we will achieve that. Okay? And that's how we work together. I'm a very positive person. I don't complain. If somebody complains, I said, okay, what have to do with this one? Okay, move on. Next. What's next? What's next? And that's what we do. I'm so happy and blessed that I chose the right path. Because I love sales. Because whatever we do is sales. Anything we do, it's sales. When you talk to someone, it's sales. When you answer the phone, that's sales. How you answer the phone? Right? That's everything we do is sales. Be proud. If you're happy in what you're doing, continue to moving up, and up. Okay? Now, I will stop from here because I want to ask questions from you guys. Because I know that so many of you want to connect with me and I will be happy to stay more than talking about myself. Alright. Can we start answering questions? Okay. Questions? Anybody? You're open, don't be shy. Because I'm not shy. Right? Okay. We have 9 minutes left.
Okay, anyone from the audience has a question for Miss Rebecca? Yes, Cara.
Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for sharing your story. Just a quick question. I'm sure throughout your journey, there are a lot of people who had doubts in you and were putting you down. So how did you cope with that? And actually not just cope, but succeed. Yeah.
Yes. So many people put me down from the childhood, especially selling pandesal. They call me names. They call me bad names, but I did not focus on that. Then high school, so many put me down, but I did not focus on that. When I was working in Singapore, so many people called me names. You know, when I was in Canada, so many put me down. But you know what? I did not focus on what they're saying, but I focus on where I want to go. And I'll tell you right now, go back in Pangasinan, where I came from. Anybody from Pangasinan here? No? Uy, may taga-isa rito. Okay. Every time I go back in Pangasinan, you know, I feel sorry to them. You know why? Because we're in their situation right now. So it's okay. Don't worry. Focus in where you're going, not what people telling you. Okay? That's very important. Focus on where you want to go and remove those negative. Feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. And look where they are now and where I am now. Okay? And that's that tip that I can give you. I was a very positive person. Okay? More question?
Yes, Mitch. Hi, good afternoon. I'm Mitch. Have you feared anything? Because I mean, getting from your talk, it's like really very positive and you have clear goals. But is there any instance that you have feared something? And yeah, if you can share, and how did you overcome it?
Oh, fears, so many. So many fears. So, like every little things that I do, I'm so scared. But I said, God, I leave it to you. I leave it to you. I'll just do my best. And whatever the result, that will be your decision. That's how I handle my fear. So many things, and that's normal. Any little things that we do, that's part that make you strong, that make you more powerful. Because when you overpass that, you said, wow, and then there will be next again, and then there will be next again. So it's normal. Whatever fear you're going through, that make you stronger, powerful, okay? So it's normal. Don't stop yourself, but overpass that. Because when you overpass that, you'll be shocked with the result. You know, when I was young, I did not focus with money. When you're 20s, it's like an airplane. You know, when you're 20s, like you ready to fly. 30 to 40, you are flying hard. You don't see the result. Like, well, I'm working, but where's my money? Like, you're just going your best. When you reach 40 to 50, because I'm turning 50 this year, okay? Now, I'm now on my cruise line. Wow. Now you can look back. Wow, it's worth it what I did. Because now I'm enjoying the journey. Okay? So if your age 20, you know, go your best. 30 to 40, just keep going. Okay? Now I'm on my 50 to 60. That's what they said, 50 to 55 actually, when you enjoy. And then 60, they said it's the best. So I cannot answer in terms of 60. Because I'm now 49, so I can answer, you know, that I know if whatever happened, me and my husband will be okay. That's why we're focusing on going around provinces to teach children buying computers. Because we can afford now, but before, with 2030, of course we cannot afford. Right? But now we can do that. Okay? More questions? Okay?
Is there?
Yes, hi. Because you've had a difficult life, so, you know, I know where you're coming from, like, we understand where you're getting your strength from or where you're getting your inspiration from. So my question is, now that you have children, how do you try to instill the same values to your children, knowing that your children did not grow up or did not have the difficulties that you've had in life?
Yeah. So, very good question. Okay. I always tell my children now, age 17 and 16, dating time. And you know, last Saturday, I'll tell you this is, we want to bond with them because teenagers, I don't know if anybody has teenager here, I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from. We took them to Subic to bond. Then at night, came back, and I'm driving them to their dates. So I said, anak, my son, you know, when you go for date, make sure that you find a good partner. That during your difficult time, that partnership is stick with you. Like me and your dad gone through, we can through a lot of challenges. You know, I got broke, like also a lot of money, but we stick together. We live together. We help each other. And I think that's what the thing that you need to look after with your future partner. And you know what my son said? You know, Mom, you keep saying over and over again that stick with me already. But overall, I'm so thankful because Dad is a very lucky guy because he found you. Yeah, that's what he said. You're a very good mother and a good wife. I could see how you work and how you help. So they understand the value that where we came from. We bring them to, squatters for them to understand where I came from. No slippers, no shoes. So every December we go to different schools to give donations. They understand that. So according to the school, they said you're good boys. So I don't know if they're telling the truth. Okay, and that's what I know secret to my children. They know where I came from, my background, and they value it and they appreciate it. Yeah, okay. More questions? Maximize. Maybe this won't happen again. So take advantage as much as you can. How many minutes we have left? Yes, there.
Hey, Rebecca, thank you for sharing your story. It's very inspirational. I have two questions. You're such a visionary. So a lot of us actually don't know what we want. So I'd like to understand how you go through the process of thinking of what you want and what you aspire for. And the second question I have is, because you said you've had a difficult life and you have 11 in the family, I'd like to know what happened to your family and how now it's like to be with them.
Okay.
Thank you.
The first question, visionary. Because of difficulty of life, I don't like to be in that position. Meeting a lot of people when I run my business in Canada, employment agency, they question so much, they work so hard but they don't have money. So I envision myself, my family, that someday will be this. So I planned it. That's how I envision. Now I envision our country to be the first world. I envision that. That's why we're going around Philippines, teaching children about computers to change their mindset to be global, international. And that's what I envision. But when you envision it, do it. People can talk, but no action. But you need to do the work. And the work will tell you that's how to judge you. Even you can say so many great things, you can speak so good, but what's the result? So always remember what's the result. And that's how I do in terms of envisioning. Okay. The second question, can you repeat again? I forgot.
What happened to your family?
11 children. My 4 brothers in the province, they're good. Children are good. My other brother in the US, in California. Okay, so he's good. Now, next would be my sister, who's a polio. Guess she has her own business. You know what her business? 5-6. But it's okay. Imagine a polio girl can put her children to school, children in college. I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. Then me. Next of me, my other sister in Canada, she has a driving school. I was her first student in 1992. Yes. Okay, and now she's doing very well. Her son is studying as a doctor. Yes, I'm so proud of her. Next, priest in Lourdes Church, Quezon City. If you're from there, you stop in Lourdes Church and introduce yourself. His name is Father William Bustamante. That's my brother. Yeah. And next of him, she's in Canada. She has a good family also, good job. I'm so proud of her. And then our youngest brother, also in Canada. He's the one who's staying in our house there. Isn't that beautiful? Coming from nothing to something. Yes. And that's the answer of your question.
Alright, we'll take some questions from Pigeonhole, Miss Rebecca. The first question is, what was the most difficult barrier that you had to overcome to be where you are now? Was it financial, cultural?
Number one, really the financial. Like imagine how to go to Singapore without money. That's tough. Leaving your family behind without parents. My youngest brother was 6 years old and I promised my mom that I will look after them. That was tough. How are you going to handle that? Going to Singapore, that I don't know what I'm doing. the cultural differences. That was tough. But you know what? I focus on the result, what I'm going to do with them, why I'm leaving them behind. How can I help my employers, making their life easy. That's how I overcome those barriers. See, I'm getting scared. Okay. Okay, next question. I hope you're getting the point.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think the other questions have been asked already, but one of the question is there anything else that you want to achieve?
Yes. The final stage in my life is to really make our country first world. To really go around and teach children to change the mindset. We need that. If we won't do it, who will? And we want you to work together on this. If you want our country to make this infrastructure be developed, we are the one who can make it happen from public sectors. We, people, can change it. I'm not going to politician, okay? Don't get me wrong, okay? But I want to really help all these children because I believe strongly that if I've gone through a lot of challenges and I'm able to be in this position, why not them? So together we can make it happen. Agree? Thank you very much.